Hey, get off the car. Get off the car. Hey, get out of there. How you doing? Hello, Sam. How are you? Baldy? Get back. Where do you see this hole? You know, I'm only on the case 3 weeks. I already doubled your take.
Ah, you gotta love this kid, Sal.
Yeah, regular ball of fire.
Yeah, wouldn't he love to be Italian?
Hey, look at this, Sal, huh? A deuce on 777 in Brooklyn. 777.
Great. Where's the money?
Hey, you know that guy runs that pizza joint on Bay 35th in Cropsey?
Yeah, sure. Marco the Anchovy King.
He's a real tightwad, Sal. He wasn't going to bet a nickel, right? Turns out it's his mother's birthday tomorrow. I got him to bet our age.
Oh, you gotta admit, the kid's fast-minded.
Where's the money?
You know, Sal, I was thinking, maybe you should let me take over the whole neighborhood, huh?
Forget it. Potelli's got this street all sewn up.
What you got back there?
Hey, Red, how much you get for this? What?
Okay, Patelli.
Hey, we just come in for the cough drops.
Okay, they're running numbers here. Let's take them in.
Right. Hey, all right, I said I'm coming. Keep your hands off of me. I'm coming around.
Rosenberg, Jerome. They booked him this morning on a gambling charge.
You the father?
Yes, I am.
You're not doing this boy any favor coming to his rescue all the time.
They caught him with some betting slips in his pocket. Big deal.
Second time this month. We can hold him as a repeat offender if you want.
That's doing him a favor? Harassing him for some petty victimless crime?
Possession of burglar's tools, receiving stolen property, assault, robbery. You call those crimes victimless?
He only got convicted on the last one.
If I were you, I'd let him face the music.
I'm so proud of you, Leonard. You know the old saying, cream always rises to the top. So, in other words, you're working on this research project at night? Well, when do you have time to study? Hold on.
At least he's still in one piece.
Lou, it's Leonard. He got a fellowship to Mount Sinai.
What's the matter?
You promised you'd be more careful, Jerry. I can't stand the idea.
Oh, come on. Come on, I should have thrown a hot stove at him.
It's not funny, Jerry. You gotta stop hanging around Sal and Portelli. They're sidewalk dopes.
Come on, will you, huh? Hey, what do you say? Me and you, we go out for some dinner, huh? Huh? A little macaroni, some antipasta, some baked clams?
We can't afford baked clams.
Okay, we'll eat them raw.
Jerry, the baby's due in August. We're gonna have doctor bills, hospital bills. The last thing we needed was that flashy car.
All right, look. Just trust me, okay? Huh? A couple more weeks. I almost got the go-ahead from Carmine on the nightclub. You'll see everything's gonna work out fine. What about dinner?
I don't know, Jerry.
Come on, I thought you said you had to get away from my mother from time to time.
All the time.
That's what I thought. That's why we're gonna get a place, just us, together, huh? Ooh. Now, I'm serious. By the end of the summer, just you and me, you'll see.
I wish I could believe that, Jerry.
Come on.
You want a discount, Marty? It's the best I can do for you.
All right, you know what's happening. Get in the back or you're gonna get hurt. Come on, move! You! Come on! Open it up. The tray. Come on. Hey. Here! Where's the big money?
There ain't any.
Found these around the corner, Chief.
Good.
That's the hat, all right. But the two guys were all covered up. I don't know who they are.
Well, you still got a sense of them, right? Yeah. Any of those look familiar?
Hard to tell. This could be the short one. The one at the back of the store. I gotta look at him when he left.
Outside the Butler Street precinct, Brooklyn, the home base for the two detectives killed this afternoon in what is the first double police homicide in almost 40 years. Policemen from all over the city have come to volunteer their time to take part in this manhunt, which is already being described as the largest single police operation in this city's history. Earlier today, Chief of Detectives Benny Stabler had this to say about the two perpetrators.
We have positive identification of Rosenberg and Portelli and 10 other Brooklyn holdups. We know they're armed, we know they're desperate, and we know they've vowed never to be taken alive. The commissioner has instructed all 32,000 members of the force to...
They got nothing on me, Pa, so just try to relax.
Now, Jerry, you listen to me. Can we get you anything, Aunt May? How is that hip of yours feeling? The cops are going berserk out there. They are beating up everyone with a record.
It wasn't me, Pa. The only reason why I left Brooklyn is I didn't want to get kicked around.
Where were you this afternoon? Have you got an alibi?
Yeah, I got an alibi. I was with Sarah Bardo.
Doing what?
We was pulling a job. Oh, it was a fat little radio store down on Kings Highway. All we got was a couple of TVs.
You think I'm... Oh, what? You think I'm gonna fall for that line of crap?
Sal's on parole. The cops find out about the job. He goes back in for 10 years.
That's exactly the same excuse.
All right.
When...
I could clear a hot second, all right? But the minute I hit the streets, I get my head taken off by Sal's brother's friends.
Real smart alibi. What good does it do you? You can't prove it and you can't use it.
What's the matter? You don't believe me?
I want to believe you. You gotta surrender, Jerry. The only way you can beat this thing is if you give yourself up first.
Pa, I'm feeling scared, Pa. The cops will tear me up.
My friend Myron Geller works for the Daily Sentinel. You met him once up at the cabin a couple of years ago.
Is that the photographer?
Yeah, We can get them to take some pictures. That way they won't be able to rough you up.
How many others were involved in this?
Is it true Kelly fired all the shots?
The past 24 hours.
Jerry, what about those other 10 holdups? Are you ready to implicate Portelli? You gonna make some kind of deal, huh?
Why'd you surrender here, Jerry? Afraid of police brutality?
No comment.
You dreamed up your alibi yet?
Hey, where you taking him? I got a warrant here for him. We worked out a deal with your chief stabler, Lieutenant. This man agreed to surrender as soon as we get a chance to take a few pictures.
Now, wait a minute. Get my back. That's where they got me last time. All right. Get the knees.
That's good, Myron.
Okay, wait a minute. Come here. You gotta get the bottoms of my feet. Here.
Come on, you haven't given us anything yet, Jerry.
How much money did you get, Jerry?
Hey, Lieutenant, give us a shot of it, will ya?
I want a picture here. Here's the cop killing. He's gonna burn.
You aware of the penalty for murder one in this state, Jerry?
Hey, look. What's the difference, huh? We both know the judge is gonna cut me loose.
3 witnesses already picked you out of the lineup. You got an alibi, I haven't heard it yet.
I was on a job with another guy. What can I tell you? Oh!
You don't want to talk? We'll change your mind. But don't waste our time with that kind of garbage.
Hey, why don't you two guys go write some parking tickets, huh?
Maybe you didn't hear. You got Portelli. They're bringing him back from Chicago right now.
Oh, yeah? So? Maybe he was up there on business.
What are you doing protecting an animal like Portelli? You know, Paisan. Where did Portelli get the gun?
I thought you two guys had this case all figured out.
Those 2 cops were friends of ours, Rosenberg. Now you're gonna work with us. You're gonna help us nail Portelli. Otherwise, you're going up to the death house with him.
Hey, look, I don't think you know who you're dealing with here. I just don't give information to cops.
Attorney visit, Rosenberg.
Hey, listen, pal. I'd really like to call my wife.
Who are you kidding?
No, seriously. Come on, pal. Give me a break. I got a little baby coming.
Yeah, rat out Portelli. You can talk to your wife all you want.
Forget about it.
No, Jerry. You don't want to take the stand.
Of course I want to take the stand. What are you kidding? I'm up for murder here.
You're not going to make a credible witness. It's that simple, Jerry. Who's this guy, Teddy Kemper?
Why? What's he got to do with this?
He's going to testify against you. He says he helped Portelli get to Newark Airport. That Portelli told him, quote, Jerry took the rest of it, meaning the loot.
The cops must have promised him something good.
Yeah, gonna drop some charges on a burglary case.
That's it? They must have did some job on him.
It's gonna be a vicious trial, Jerry. You're much better off with the deal.
Hey, I'd rather die first. It wasn't me.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Samuel S. Leibowitz presiding. Be seated.
One of your witnesses contradicted himself this morning, Chief. Where did you men find the tall bandit's hat?
In the trash can around the corner from the crime scene.
What did you think of the Aberdasher story?
I thought it was pretty convincing. He stocked those hats since February. He identified Rosenberg as a regular customer.
On hats like that, a dime a dozen?
Are you saying that Gary's Men's Shop is the only store in the East Coast where the tall bandit could have bought that hat?
Look, fellas, we got a real smart judge assigned to this case. Suppose we let Judge Leibowitz figure it out.
One more, Chief.
That's it.
Louder, Mr. Kemper.
We were driving to the airport. Portelli said nothing would have happened, except that idiot Jerry wants to take down the store.
Meaning?
To tobacco store, I guess.
Objection, Your Honor. That's hearsay.
Overruled. No further questions. Your witness, Mr. Epstein.
Mr. Kemper, you first told this story to police officers at the 63rd Precinct.
That's correct.
Did you make these statements voluntarily?
Tell the truth, Teddy. Tell him about the deal.
Ignore the defendant. Repeat the question.
Did you make your statement voluntarily?
Not exactly.
Well, what caused you to come forward with this information?
Well, the cops took me into the bathroom, stripped me naked, and shoved me face down on the floor.
And that's when you told them? Well, when did you tell them, Mr. Kemper?
When they started beating me on my private parts with a rubber hose. They lighted cigarettes and matches to my back.
Now, just a minute.
Your Honor.
Take it easy, Counselor. You'll have your chance. Now, you say you decided to tell this story to the police because of the beating.
How many times you gotta hear it? They beat the hell out of him down there.
If this defendant causes any more distractions in my courtroom, he will be put in a straitjacket. I want you to forget about the beatings for now, and I want you to focus on your testimony, the conversation with Portelli. I want you to tell the jury.
Your Honor, they tortured this witness.
Was that testimony true or false?
True.
I can't hear you.
True.
We'll take a 10-minute break, resume these proceedings at 11:40.
I was watching the jury. Jake definitely scored some points for you.
Man, Pa, this guy's not tough enough. Lieber would shut him right down.
Jerry, I really think you ought to calm down. Behave yourself.
Where's Roseanne?
She went to the hospital last night. She had the baby. It was a little girl. Little girl?
In the case of the defendants Rosenberg and Portelli, the felony murder charge does not require that you find any degree of premeditation or intent to kill. It doesn't even require that you decide which of the defendants is responsible for the shootings. The sole question before you is their presence or absence at the scene and their participation in the robbery itself.
All rise. Be seated.
Take the verdict.
Will the defendants please rise? Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, sir, we have.
How do you find as to the defendants Jerome Rosenberg and Anthony Portelli?
Guilty as charged under the felony murder statute, Your Honor, with no recommendation for mercy.
Jerome Samuel Rosenberg and Anthony J. Portelli, I hereby sentence you to be executed in accordance with the law during the week of March 31, 1963. The order for your transfer to the Sing Sing Death House will be signed this afternoon.
Right. Why don't you stop being such a nervous wreck, huh? Yo, Baldy, you awake?
I'm busy.
Hey, what are you getting institutionalized or something?
You make a lot of noise for guys at the end of his rope.
Hey, this ain't my prison. I didn't ask to come here.
You got your head wedged, buddy. You're scared like all the rest of us. Why cover it up with a lot of mouth?
Hey, Schmendrick. Yo, guard, how about a light? Hey, let me tell you something, Probst. Me and Portelli got a new lawyer. Best appeals guy in the state.
Yeah, I don't care you got Clarence Darrow. The courts ain't gonna monkey around with a cop killing case. It's the unwritten law.
Hey, get this straight. I had nothing to do with the murder of them cops.
Sure, whatever you say.
I was on the job with another guy. He was on parole.
Don't waste it on me, pal.
Day shift guy must have sat on it.
How do you like this? The warden denied me a visit with my daughter. Says she's underage. Yeah,
How old is she?
the hell's the difference? I should be able to see my own kid, shouldn't I?
I'm sorry to tell you, we didn't have much luck with the Court of Appeals.
You mean you didn't have much luck? Had nothing to do with it.
Jerry, from a strictly legal standpoint, I want you to realize there's nothing to be terribly concerned about. I'm going straight up to the Supreme Court in Washington. They'll grant a stay of execution as soon as they receive the papers.
Okay, well, what are you gonna say?
I'm basing my appeal on a question of police brutality. I mean, they tortured Teddy Kemper and...
You know, you got a lot of good issues here. What about the fact that they brainwashed some of the witnesses by showing them my photograph on the way to the lineup?
I considered that, but...
All I'm saying is, I just don't think we should put all our eggs in one basket.
Look, I've been through your transcript 1,000,000 times.
What about the judge's attitude? And what about the jurors who said they heard the cops mouthing off about my case on TV?
Yeah, I know. But I strongly suggest we move in a direction where the court has staked out a body of law.
In other words, none of my ideas are any good, huh?
You are in a very precarious legal situation, Jim.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not what you told me when I came in here, is it? Hey, wait a minute. When I came in here, did you or did you not say I had nothing to worry about?
I meant, I think we're on the right track.
Hey, Cudmore, get me out of here. That ain't what you said.
Cudmore, could you check and see if there's any mail for me?
What's the rush, Freddie? Waiting for something from the governor?
How'd it go, my man?
Don't ask.
Pretty soon you guys won't have no more aggravation, just like Freddie back there. 2,000 volts. The answer to all your problems.
Get up there! Get up! Hey, leave him alone! Leave him alone!
Hey, Cudmore, you're low, man. You're lower than slime at the bottom of the sewer. You always need a backup, don't you, Cudmore, huh? Come on back here, Cudmore.
Hey, Rosenberg.
Meet me out in the yard, Cudmore. Just you and me, butt-faced, man to man.
Use your head, will you, Rosenberg? You're behaving like an animal. You're supposed to be a man. Think.
Hey, Probst. Let me see one of them law books, huh? Hey, what is this? Res ipsa locutor. How come they wrote all this stuff in Spanish?
That's Latin, Tommy.
Oh, yeah, Latin.
What's the matter? You made it all the way through the 4th grade, didn't you?
Hey, why don't you go rub it on your chest, huh?
That's it, yacht's over. You'll have me.
Look at this. They got a section here on visitation rights. Doesn't say nothing about my daughter being underage.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm right?
Yeah, you ought to send a note to the warden and explain it to him.
Oh, what do you mean, like a regular letter?
Yeah, I'll look it over if you want. Doesn't need to be nothing fancy.
I'm right. What you doing?
Trying to say hello, I guess.
Can I touch you? Hello, midget. Hello. Rachel, huh? Hello, midget. I never felt nothing so soft.
I just wish you could hold her.
Hey, do me a favor. You gotta send me some pictures, some snapshots for my cell.
How they been treating you, Jerry?
Usual aggravation.
I get so scared sometimes. Late at night when I can't sleep and I start thinking about...
Oh. Do yourself a favor. Don't think about it.
I'm still hoping they'll pass that bill in legislature.
What bill?
The bill abolishing the death penalty.
Forget it. They've been flapping their gums about that bill for a long time.
Okay, Rosenberg.
Yeah, okay. Roseanne, I love you. I love you so much for hanging in there with me.
Hey, how come everyone lucks out of here but us?
The law's a rotten science, my man. You kill a nun, you get life. You kill some kid, you get life. If you kill a police officer or some prison guard, you go to the chair.
How come they put them exceptions in the bill?
Real simple. Cops represent authority. You shoot one of them, you're striking a blow against the whole society.
I still don't get it. How come we're the only ones getting the shaft?
Hey, Baldy, why don't you shut up, huh? You sound like a broken record.
All right, listen up. Most of you guys going up the Hill of 7 building. There's 3 vans waiting out there for you.
Hey, man, we want to walk!
I ever get out of here, I'm strangling the guy that put me in here.
All right, first foreman, out the door.
You listen to me.
Your biggest enemy is not some stool pigeon up in Brooklyn.
You want to bet?
Your biggest enemy is the war in your own head.
What are you talking about?
It's the same for all of us, Jerry. Always thinking about hate, killing, getting even.
It's easy for you to say. You got a life in front of you.
Sure, 20 years in one of these joints. Plenty of time to make myself sick scheming revenge, if that's what I really wanted.
Normally, it's against the rules to hold a visit in a regular cell, but under the circumstances,
How you doing? Hey, big pop, you got something for this guy? He's the only decent human being on the whole staff. Of course.
let me get you a chair.
Come on, Ma, chin up. Come on. You gotta learn how to deal with this, Ma. Come on, sit down. Come on. Must be pretty nice driving up here this time of year, huh?
Beautiful, beautiful. You should see all those sailboats on the river.
If there's anything you need, just give a holler.
Thanks, please. Come on, Pa, sit down. Sit down.
The lawyer's still filing motions, Jerry. He's still fighting for time.
Yeah, the guy's a real genius at churning out paper, ain't he?
Actually, it's rather pleasant in here. Nice breeze from the window.
Hey, Pa, listen. You gotta do me a favor.
Stedford College of Law.
It's a correspondence school in Chicago. Never heard of it. You study on your own time for a couple years, and if you pass the test, you get a regular law degree.
So what's the favor?
I want to sign up for the course.
You wanna enroll in law school?
I gotta keep fighting somehow, don't I?
Jerry, I don't think you realize how difficult it is.
Maybe you should start with something simpler. Maybe sign up for a night school course for something.
Schoolwork was never one of your strong points, Jerry.
I know, Ma, I know. I had plenty of chances, too, and I threw them all away. I've been reading some essays, Ma. You ever hear of a guy named Louis D. Brandeis? He's a Jewish guy, a lawyer. He went to school in Boston about 100 years ago. He became a judge. He did a lot of writing and thinking. Pretty sharp guy. See all this stuff I missed? Hey, look, Pa, I know the course is expensive, so if it's the money...
No, don't be silly.
So then, what's the problem? You don't think I'm gonna be around long enough?
I always said you'd beat this thing.
Jerry, I think it's wonderful that you want to help yourself. I'm just not sure how realistic it is.
Ma, I don't want to perform any miracles. I just want to do a little studying.
My son, the lawyer. What the hell? I'll send him the check in the morning.
Jerry, what do you say? Want to play a little one-on-one?
Leave me alone right now. I think I'm onto something here.
Ah, you got your nose in a book all the time. It ain't healthy.
Hey, would you knock it off, will ya?
Ah, you knock it off. The law ain't gonna change no matter how many times you read it over.
Listen to this. New law says no more death penalty except for the premeditated murder of police officers or prison guards.
Yeah, you told me. Let's shoot some baskets.
Premeditated, dummy. That means intentional, on purpose, in cold blood. The only thing they got us planning was a robbery.
Ah, then get a hold of that lawyer. Let him figure it out.
Forget that lawyer. I'm gonna write a letter to the governor myself.
Hey! Where am I gonna get another basketball?
Hey, Baldy, you there, buddy?
Uh-huh.
You get one of these? You see that signature down at the bottom?
Yeah, I see it.
Well, what's the matter? You know what this means, don't you?
Yeah. This is great news. Sentence commuted. Now we get to spend the rest of our lives in some head-cracking prison upstate.
It sure is sweet, ain't it, my man?
If you say so.
Hey, Baldy, I got the edge now, buddy. I got the edge. I finally did something good. For both of us.
Looks kind of rough, don't it?
They're all the same to me.
I'm not going to stand here and tell you you're in the toughest prison in the state. I'm going to let you discover that for yourselves. We are not here to rehabilitate you. We're here to punish you. And if you ever want to see the street again, alive, you follow our procedures. If there's a place where you're not supposed to talk, you don't talk. If you do talk, you'll spend the next 6 weeks chopping rocks. Talk again, we'll put you in a strip cell. No clothes. 1 meal every 4 days. Commit an act of violence, we'll put you in solitary. Do anything really outrageous, we'll put you in the morgue.
Got a cigarette?
Now, the most important thing, you do your own time. Keep to yourselves. Don't get involved in nobody else's business. There's no smoking.
Where's the no smoking sign?
This is Kingston, sucker. Here we do things our way.
Jerome Rosenberg, sir. Hi.
I understand you just got out of the death house, Rosenberg.
You know, I got bored with the routine over there.
You're not gonna like it here much better.
Oh, there's a break. I thought some guard would have stolen him. You know, a guy can lose a lot of stuff in prison.
We've had jailhouse lawyers in here before. I know the game.
Good. This way you know all about my 6th and 14th Amendment rights to due process and equal protection of...
Don't get legalistic on me. We even had a guy in here file a lawsuit claiming steak and sherry every night was fundamental to his religious beliefs. Something funny?
It's a hell of an angle.
The inmates in this prison are here for a reason. They act like criminals and they think like criminals. They perceive other people as victims to be exploited.
Is that so?
Most of all, they need to take responsibility for their prior acts.
Hey, what's this got to do with me, huh?
And I'm not gonna have you running around the yard telling these guys you can help them beat the rap.
Look, I just want my books back.
You get them back, under one condition. They've all been marked with your prison number. Don't loan them out or try giving any free legal advice, or you'll never see them again. Fair enough?
Nothing's fair in prison. Place?
Yeah, sure, at the end of the day.
Suppose you want a drink of water.
Gotta ask permission.
Maybe later.
Right, I'm up and taken to the box.
Not enough to keep you busy, Rosenberg?
I get the hang of it.
See that load of steel? You're gonna carry it to the storeroom.
I'll tell you something. Anything beats this freaking press. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Keep moving, Rosenberg. Light's green.
friend of mine says you got some law books in your cell.
Not me, pal.
I was hoping you'd take a look at my trial record.
Sorry.
Real screwed up case. You could probably find a lot of mistakes.
Jerry.
Hey, look, I can't go sticking my neck out for nobody. You understand?
Anything you say. My name's Luther Greenhouse. I'm a trustee in the housing clerk's office. Maybe I could get you a transfer to a heated cell. I've got the trial transcript upstairs. I'm over in D block, second tier.
Burning the midnight oil, Rosenberg?
Gotta finish a term paper. Anything I can help you guys with?
No. We just want to make sure you don't accidentally have any weapons or drugs in your possession.
Hey, come on, Loveday. Leave the books alone. You don't have the warden's permission.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little pepper. God bless you.
Black pepper's against the rules, Rosenberg. I won't give you a ticket on this. So, this is Kingston's branch of Harvard Law, huh? You know, I've always been rather interested.
The seat's a little low, that's all.
Yeah, so I've noticed. People versus Luther Greenhouse. Oh, well. You know the rules, Jerry. Now you're gonna lose your books.
You're going to the box, mister. Get him out of here. Now, get him out!
Try and get some sleep, Jerry. Maybe you feel better in the morning.
Come here, Loveday, come back here. Come on, tough guy with two guys. I'll make you eat that club. You mutt! You mutt!
It's 3 a.m. You slept enough already. You're a glutton for punishment, aren't you, Rosenberg?
Hold it, hold it. Here you go, Chief.
Turned into a kid in a couple of nights.
Get this out of here for me.
Rosenberg. Rosenberg, the warden wants to see you. Come on. Move! Come in.
Where'd you get the idea of writing to a federal judge?
The United States Constitution.
How'd you get a letter to him out of solitary? He says we can't stop you from helping other inmates with their legal work.
Just took my argument straight out of the writ. Federally protected right of habeas corpus.
The man obviously doesn't understand the criminal mentality.
If you don't like the ruling, you could always appeal.
Read the last paragraph.
Prison administration may set strict limits on when and where such assistance may be rendered. What kind of limits you got in mind?
I'll let you know. I'm not going to have you running a legal racket off the tier, dragging us into court, using the law as a weapon to hustle other cons.
What's the matter, Warden? You scared of the law?
I'm scared of it falling into the wrong hands. You still have another month to do in solitary for beating up on one of my guards.
I want the books back.
Sure. But if you ever lay another hand on one of my men, we're taking him away for good.
You don't have to worry about that, Warden. You ain't getting me on that one again. So why are you going to Texas?
I got a job waiting for me in the real estate office. My sister found it for me.
There's plenty of real estate jobs in New York.
Jerry, we can't live with your parents forever. And I don't want Rachel growing up in a neighborhood where her best friend's father's a loan shark.
Bobby G? Come on, what are you kidding me? He's a beautiful guy. Okay. So you want to feel good about yourself, stand on your own 2 feet. You want a job? You should have asked me. You know, I got a lot of important friends out there. They throw a lot of weight.
That's exactly what I want to get away from, Jerry. That whole sick little world that screwed you up so bad.
Hey, wait a minute. A lot of people grew up in Brooklyn, and some of them turned out pretty good. Okay. So you want a little change for yourself, a different environment. But look, I still expect you to be at that hearing on the 23rd. You know, Leibowitz, he doesn't grant these things too often.
We can't, Jerry. We're all packed. We're moving to Houston next week.
You're leaving right away? But you gotta promise you're still gonna come visit me, right? I mean, at least a couple of times a year, and maybe you stay with my folks over the holidays, huh?
I don't know, Jerry. We won't have a lot of money to spend on trips.
Looks like me and you are gonna be writing each other a lot of letters.
We're gonna miss the bus, Jerry.
Yeah. God forbid you should miss your bus. Come here, sweetheart. All right. So now, you pleaded guilty, am I right?
Yeah, only because they told me I wouldn't get a fair trial.
Who told you that?
DA.
Uh-huh. Anybody else?
Yeah, the cops, my lawyer, the other guys in
All right,
lockup.
hey, take it easy. What do I look like here, 80 words a minute?
Where do you keep the metric drill chucks?
Your mother's night table.
You're the storeroom clerk, Rosenberg. It's your job.
Hey, I'm trying to get some work done here. Don't bother me with drill chucks.
Nobody's had a hair up his nose all morning. I ain't gonna cover for you this time.
All right, look. You write down the date and the name of anybody who told you you couldn't get a fair trial.
Jerry,
Yeah.
you did the research on that Rick Felice. You used this? Corpus Juris Secundum?
That's right, pal. If it wasn't for that, Luther wouldn't be walking around the streets today.
There ain't no shortcuts or nothing?
Hey, stop whining and do the work, will you? Got my final exams next week. Hey.
I need this.
Hey, go ahead, take it. I'm going back to my cell. See you guys later.
Inmate Schelling, 09577. Report to the dispensary.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You don't look so good, Jerry.
I'm sick and tired of all this legal double talk. That's why I don't look so good. Twisted backwards and upside down. Tell you the truth, I could care less about intervening dependent liability.
The principal exception to the rule that jeopardy attaches occurs when a mistrial is declared due to an evident necessity and... This is what you gotta learn?
This'll be a 4:30 count. Standing count.
You're supposed to study around here with everything going on.
What's the matter? The wall's closing in on you?
Roseanne's moving to Texas. I don't think I'm gonna see my kid anymore.
Jeez. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I gotta get this law degree, Baldy. That's all I got now.
On the lockup, Portelli. Get your butt out of there.
Didn't I see you wearing that sweatshirt at the mess hall this morning?
You know, there's a rule against wearing sweatshirts. You were out of uniform, Rosenberg.
So were a lot of guys.
Why don't you worry about yourself for a change? That's a pinch, hotshot, a big one. Means for the next 3 weeks you're on punishment, gang.
Come on, Loveway. You know I got them final exams and I gotta study.
You know too much already.
This is just because I'm helping them guys with their legal work in the storeroom, ain't it?
You can help them all you want. You just can't wear a sweatshirt in a mess hall. There's a phone in there. If he gives you any trouble, don't hesitate to use it. Good luck.
This exam consists of 3 parts. A multiple choice section for which you will be allowed 1 hour and 40 minutes. A set of short answer questions to be completed in 10 minutes each, and a 2-hour essay to be written in the blue book.
Sign that petition yet? I don't want no part of it. You know, there's rules against circulating petitions in here.
Tell me about it, huh? Come on, give me the cards.
What's it say, Jerry? What did they ask you?
Want better medical care. They want food trays they cover with filth. They want safer conditions in the shop. Oh, simple stuff.
That's all?
They want a grievance committee. They want a little fairness at disciplinary hearings. Hey, Baldy, why don't you go take a look for yourself, huh?
Oh, not for nothing, but did you ever hear anything about that exam you took? You probably flunked the damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna probably screw up the hearing, too. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
By the way, Fungi wants to see you in the storeroom later.
Yeah, he's been driving me crazy. Take a look at his case.
Hey, man, leave him alone. Is that a petition? What
Oh, man, why don't you leave him alone?
Hey, what, mister? I can put my name down on any piece of paper I want. You don't have a right to do that to me. I can put my name on any piece of paper, petition or no petition.
Fungi! Fungi, you in there? Oh, Fungi.
He's a jolly good lawyer, for he's a jolly good lawyer, for he's a jolly good lawyer, whose appeal they can't deny.
Here you go. Here you go, Chief. My man Slim just pinched it from the mailroom.
Yep, if it's filthy, you gotta pass them around.
Hey, come on. Which one of you guys forged this thing?
Forget about it. That's the real McCoy.
Nobody in here knows how to make them fancy letters.
Hey, handsome. Don't get into that greasy popcorn on the sheepskin. No. I hope you guys know that that's a piece of United States history right there.
It is the first time it's ever been done from behind bars.
Don't forget to take it with you to the hearing.
You're gonna need it, buddy. You're going back up against old man Leibowitz. They don't call him Father Time for nothing, huh?
Congratulations, kid.
Congratulations to us all.
So happy, Jerry. This is even better than Leonard's graduation.
You got 5 minutes, Rosenberg.
Your Honor, I've prepared a lengthy petition here asking for a new trial.
I looked that petition over last night. Your argument is specious and totally without merit. But I'll give you 5 minutes.
Your Honor, in the original trial, one of the witnesses testified that I'd gotten some red ink on my hands from a tax stamping machine in the back of the warehouse. The fact is, Your Honor, that an ultraviolet skin test was performed right after the arraignment. The test results showed proved that I had no red ink on my hands.
Just a minute here.
And yet, my court-appointed attorney, Jacob Epstein, failed to introduce this test into evidence, thus depriving me of my Sixth Amendment right.
Nonsense. I made very sure your rights were protected, and I can vouch for Mr. Epstein.
Your Honor, in Burton versus Illinois, the Seventh Circuit spelled out the criteria.
I know the case, Rosenberg, and I also know your case. You got a scrupulously fair trial in my courtroom.
I want my 5 minutes. I've got other issues here.
4 minutes.
Epstein screwed up this case, and if you'd shut your mouth long enough, I'd tell you how.
You're in contempt of court.
Good. I'm doing life, Your Honor. What's 5 years to me? What about the fact that Epstein never cross-examined Detective Stabler? That's why the jury never found out that Stabler was showing my photograph to witnesses at the crime scene.
How do you know all this? I assume you weren't in the warehouse at the time of Stabler's arrival.
Your Honor, this information was brought out at a preliminary hearing in front of Judge Hyman Barchet. According to the Supreme Court decision, United States versus Wade, Epstein should have moved to suppress the tainted lineup identification.
Your time's up, Rosenberg.
Lineup identifications that should have been stricken and excluded.
You heard me. I'll have a ruling by the end of the day. Mr. Feldsheim, Mr. Hill.
Must have been tough for your boy getting any studying done up there.
You know, he earned his law degree. He passed his exams with flying colors.
It's a shame he didn't buckle down sooner. Under different circumstances, he might have turned out to be a pretty good lawyer.
Oh, thank you.
Have you reached a decision, Judge?
I'm going to rule against him. The little problem with the skin tests is covered by the harmless error doctrine.
Harmless error?
In other words, the weight of the other evidence against him is still overwhelming. You'll have to excuse me.
Roseanne, I haven't got much time. Where's Rachel? Can't she come to the phone? Okay. 1 second. 1 second.
Rachel, will you get in here and talk to your daddy?
Hello, Daddy.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you? What are you doing?
Nothing much. I was out in the park playing baseball. I just hit into a double play.
That's all right, sweetheart. Hey, I couldn't hit for beans either when I was a kid. But you keep at it, okay? Hey, when you gonna come visit me?
I don't know, Daddy. Soon, I hope.
That's a promise, I hope. Hey, how's school? All right, you happy now? I'm off the phone. I'm off. Get your hands off of me. I think these guys will learn some patience in here.
You got a strike on your hands, Mr. Lubway.
How many hostages?
We don't know, sir. There's 8 officers on the floor as a rule.
What do they have in the way of weapons?
Pipes, shoes. Now we're settling torches. As far as we know, the main arsenal is secure.
On the gate?
It's supposed to be a strike.
Strike? Looks like a revolution. I know this wasn't your idea, but you gotta help us. Forget about it. We need a negotiator. Somebody who speaks their language.
You should have thought about that, Taylor, before this thing jumped off. We got a chance to get what we need without bloodshed. Now, you got a chance, all right. Another 20 years on kidnapping charges.
Jerry, come on, man. Look, you can help us deal with these people.
I don't know, Taylor.
Jerry, come on, man. We need you.
Sit down over here. Sit down.
Let's go.
We want a heating system in the East Wing during the wintertime. Decent medical care. And decent safety conditions in the shops. And that means getting some fans in here so we don't have to breathe the dust and fumes all day. A minimum wage of 45 cents a day, so none of us have to steal from his neighbor in order to buy soap and toothpaste at the commissary window.
I tried boiling this stuff down as best I could.
Para que nadie le tenga que robar al vecino para poder comprar jabón y pasta dental en la tienda. ¡Viva la causa!
More Spanish-speaking guards, under overcrowding, the establishment of an inmate grievance committee, bigger clothing and education budget. Every one of these demands costs money. You know damn well I don't have the authority.
The grievance committee don't cost you a nickel. Neither does stopping censorship of inmate mail.
I'm not going to stand here and argue with you, Rosenberg.
You send me back with nothing, all hell's going to break loose.
Habla hispana con quien nos podamos comunicar 7 días a la semana. ¡Viva la causa! ¡Viva la causa! ¡Viva la causa!
We both know you'll never get amnesty on the kidnapping
Then
charge.
give me the grievance committee at least. I mean, maybe if they see that, they'll meet you halfway in the other stuff.
Okay, you have my word on the grievance committee. Now get going.
A bigger sports and recreation budget. Hey, none of the hostages were hurt yet. Why shouldn't they grant us amnesty?
Point is, he doesn't know what other crimes might have been committed here.
It's a bunch of crap, Rosenberg.
Come on, for all he knows, we could have strangled some hack and stuffed him in a closet.
Well, whose side are you on anyway?
Taylor, there's guys outside with machine guns and bazookas. You know whose side I'm on.
Well, tell them that we'll pull back on the wage increase, but the amnesty is non-negotiable.
I told you before, the governor is not coming. Minimum wage is out of the question. So is the education budget and the Spanish-speaking doctor. We have an open line to Albany. I'll have to review these other demands with the commissioner.
Hey, Warden. Just don't let him slam the door, huh?
Our thanks to the men on the feed-up crew for bringing in provisions. All right? So let's all try to keep this place straightened up, huh?
Sandwich? Sandwich? You? Sandwich, love boy?
Got any coffee in there?
Cream and sugar.
One dead con, Portelli. Just a matter of time.
First of all, I want you people to understand I did my best to come through for you. The institution is overcrowded, and you have some legitimate complaints about the working conditions here. But the commissioner refuses to negotiate with you as long as you're holding the hostages. He's giving you 15 minutes to release them. Otherwise, he has instructed me to use whatever force necessary to retake the metal shop, secure the prison. 15 minutes, Taylor!
capture is a show of force, not a bloodbath. Is that understood? The whole idea is to get our people out of there alive. Let's go. Drop your weapons and you won't be hurt. Hands up! This is your final warning.
This is your final warning, old man!
Listen, she's your daughter. Call her up. Take her to go play bingo. I don't know what
Been
you do.
on 7 minutes.
Shut up. I'm talking to my mother, all right? Hold your horses. Look, Ma, I gotta go now, okay?
Where's my dad? How you doing, buddy?
I can't move my legs.
Hey, Doc. Doc, we got somebody hurt real bad over here.
Just a minute. I'm not giving him any more drugs if that's what he's got in mind. Tell him to come back in a month if there's no improvement. So, what's the story?
The pain's killing me, Doc. I think I broke my back.
Roll over on your stomach.
I can't roll over.
He fell 30 feet, you understand, Doc?
Roll him over.
Easy, 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 nice and easy.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Easy, easy.
Ow! Oh!
I don't feel anything serious.
Then how come he can't move his legs?
Probably just a neural contusion.
I think he broke his back, Doc.
Have him take a couple of these 3 times a day.
Well, what about x-rays?
X-rays will kill him a lot faster than a nosedive off the tier. Here's his cell excuse till Tuesday.
Hey, wait a minute, Doc. How are we supposed to get him back to the cell block?
Just the way you brought him in, on the bench.
Come on, let's go, guys. Come on, nice and easy. Aspirin.
Never did get this cell block heated, did we?
27 people died in that riot. All we got to show for it was a grievance committee and some new uniforms for the guards.
Mind if I come in for a minute?
It's your prison.
They're holding a seat for you on the Monday morning bus to New York.
What about my client?
Red hot, too.
Oh, Dr. Frederick's gonna be sorry he ever heard of us.
You tell me this never happened before. An inmate defending another inmate in a jury trial.
Well, it hasn't happened yet. We still have to get past the judge.
I wonder if you aren't being a little bit foolish here.
Is that a threat, Warden?
A friendly warning. You have a parole hearing coming up. Involvement in a controversial trial like this can definitely hurt your chances.
Well, look, forget about it, okay?
The fact that you were convicted in a double cop killing makes it tough enough already. You've thought about it? You do see what I'm talking about, Jerry.
People depended on me.
I move for an adjournment, Your Honor. Rosenberg is a convicted felon, a man with a life sentence. He's not entitled to the rights and privileges of a licensed attorney.
Your Honor, I have a record here someplace where I put in a writ for a guy, and the prosecutor said he had the highest respect for my competence.
Your Honor, the United States Supreme Court.
Johnson versus Avery. I know the case, Mr. Coleman.
That's where the court said it was okay for one inmate to represent another inmate.
On writs and appeals, not in a jury trial.
Your Honor, I, for one, don't see any difference between the written word and the verbal word.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm going to let you go ahead with this, Mr. Rosenberg, under two conditions.
I'm always willing to accommodate the court, Your Honor.
If you pull any monkey business or ignore my rulings, I will throw you and your client out of my courtroom.
I'll buy that, Your Honor.
And secondly, if you reveal your identity as a prisoner, you will be immediately disqualified.
The point I'm trying to get across is this. When a man gets sent to prison and he's locked up, that's the worst punishment there is. I mean, all he hears every day is gate slamming, and he's forced to live with his own, his own anger, his own frustration, his own self-hate. But under the law, even that prisoner has the right to be treated like a human being. Now, God forbid any of you should ever get locked up. But let's say you did. Let's say you got hurt up there, or you got sick. Imagine not being able to see a doctor.
Objection, Your Honor.
Take all the objections you like.
Objection sustained. I'm warning you, Mr. Rosenberg.
Let me try it this way, Your Honor. Most people in prison, eventually they get out. Now, if we abuse them while they're in the joint, while they're on the inside, if we deny them basic medical care, decent food, heat in the wintertime, don't you think this brutality is going to come back to haunt us?
Objection!
Lay down, will you, Coleman?
Your Honor, this is summation. He's playing a violin.
I'm warning you for the last time. The ground rules we laid down in my chambers, Mr. Rosenberg.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, the issue here is not the rotten, inhuman conditions that affect every prisoner in the system. The real issue is just one crummy doctor and the pain and suffering he's inflicted on my client. Dr. Hampton, you're employed as an outside consultant by the Department of Corrections?
That's right.
And you're familiar with the medical record in this case?
I am.
Is it correct to say, Dr. Hampton, that Mr. Vitale was unable to turn over on his stomach by himself during the examination?
Yes, according to Dr. Frederick's notation on the chart.
I see you had a pretty good medical education here, Doc.
Well, I like to think so. I'm a board-certified neurologist and a fellow of the AANS.
I also see here you have a private practice in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Oh, a small practice. Most of them old friends, a few local businessmen and the like.
Dr. Hampton, if one of your private patients, let's say a good friend, brought into you on a stretcher after falling off the balcony of an apartment building.
Objection, Your Honor. The question is purely hypothetical.
Well, Your Honor, I'm just trying to draw on the doctor's medical expertise.
Proceed.
Dr. Hampton, if one of your private patients was brought into you like that, I mean, screaming in pain and paralyzed from the waist down, would you send him home on a bench with a couple of aspirins 3 times a day?
Well, that would depend.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Did the verdict surprise you, Mr. Rosenberg?
Justice was served. Who are you?
Murray Auerbach, Daily Sentinel.
Wonderful, Jerry.
Ma, look, I need some legal pads and I need some folders upstate. Can you remember?
How many?
Same as last time. Okay, baby. See you, Papa.
I heard your summation. It was really extraordinary.
Well, the main thing is now that the medical situation is going to change for the better.
Was that your intention? Is that why you took the case?
Yeah, I was just looking out for my client here.
Right.
Hey, you've certainly come a long way since that murder in the tobacco warehouse.
There was no murder that I was involved with.
You still denying that?
Come on, please. I mean, if you would have just sent me a letter, a postcard, anything.
That would have spoiled the surprise.
I guess so, huh? I can't believe you're here. I thought you were going to come up next week with your mother, you know, after the parole hearing.
Well, I wanted to spend some time alone with you, Daddy.
You mean that?
And reading all those clippings you sent Mom over the years. She kept a scrapbook.
Jack, I wish there was some place I could take you, just so we could go talk. You know, I wish I could take you to dinner.
I felt so proud, reading all those articles.
Yeah?
I had no idea how hard you had to fight for everything.
I guess that means Mom didn't do much talking about me, huh?
Well, not much. But I know she still cares for you, Daddy.
Right, honey, listen, I was never much of a husband. I guess I wasn't much of a father either.
You did the best you could. You know, I have this friend, Michael. He used to live right across the street. His sister's going to law school in Houston now. She said as soon as the parole board sets you free, you can start handling cases like a regular lawyer.
Oh, well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, sweetheart.
Well, that's your plan, isn't it? I mean, that's what you're gonna do.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be a lawyer, too, someday. Maybe we can start a practice together. Rosenberg and Rosenberg, attorneys at law.
Wouldn't that be great?
I want to spend a lot of time with you, Daddy.
Sure thing, baby.
You think as soon as you get out, you can come and visit me in Texas City?
I'd love to, but, you know, the parole board says I can't leave the state.
I know what. Summer's coming up. I'll get a part-time job in Brooklyn, and I'll help you find an apartment and a car.
Ah, wait a minute. I think your mom might have something to say about that, huh?
Like what?
Like maybe I'm a bad influence on you.
I can handle her.
Hey, what do you say? You want some coffee?
I think you better take a look at this, Jerry. By Murray J. Auerbach.
I thought he was going to write about the medical case.
He did. Down here at the bottom, look.
All three of them parole board guys are going to be reading this over breakfast.
And the probation report also suggests better than average prospects for employment and social adjustment if Mr. Rosenberg is released.
I have no further questions. Neither do I. Wayne? Is it your belief, Mr. Rosenberg, that prisoners should be entitled to Blue Cross and major medical benefits?
That'd be nice.
Well, how about paid vacations? I mean, let's be fair. Prisoners work hard every day, just like everybody else.
I could appreciate the humor in your remarks, sir.
Don't try and suck up to me, Rosenberg. I just asked you what you believe.
I believe decent medical care is a basic human right.
Is that what they teach in law school?
No, sir.
Have you had any in-depth psychotherapy or counseling during your incarceration?
No, sir.
In other words, you still have no insight into your sociopathic behavior, which led to the murder of 2 policemen.
Wait a minute. We're not here to retry this case. I maintained my innocence for 16 years.
My point exactly. Evidently, you feel that you're entitled to your freedom because of all the accomplishments you've made in the field of law.
And my good custodial record and my clean disciplinary slate.
If you'd learned to fix toilets instead of learning how to fix criminal cases, I suppose that means we should just release you so you can fix other people's toilets on the outside. What's the matter, Mr. Rosenberg? You look like you're ready to blow your top.
You know, there was a time when I couldn't control myself. When I would have never been able to take the stuff you're throwing at me right now. But I learned a lot over these years. And I got a purpose on this earth. And even if you guys turn me down, I'm still gonna fight for what I believe in.
Can we talk to you a minute, Henry?
Along with everything else, he went ahead with that medical case even though he knew it would hurt him at this hearing. Is that the choice a sociopath would make?
Maybe. What about the original crime?
I honestly couldn't tell you whether he was involved in that holdup or not. Either way, he has paid an enormous price.
Henry, the man is a predatory street criminal.
He's changed. I've never seen anything quite like it. At this point in his life, he's definitely helping people rather than hurting them. I know the police are putting a lot of pressure on you.
No, we ignore that.
Rosenberg didn't lose control when you tried to provoke him.
He came damn close.
For my money, anybody who kills 2 cops doesn't deserve a second chance. Charlie?
I say release him. 16 years is a long time, even if you say it fast.
Well, it's up to you, Ken. Felber's vote doesn't count.
Well, if I'm gonna make a mistake, I want it to be on the side of community protection.
Parole is denied on the 2 counts of felony murder, Mr. Rosenberg. The law requires that we see you again 2 more years. But given the severity of the offense, I doubt very seriously if any of us will have a change of mind.